Good morning, everyone. Facebook, YouTube, hey, what's up? Good morning. Hi, everyone. You guys know Max, but you have not seen Max in a minute. And I gotta be honest with you, I gotta tell you a little something. Okay, bear with me here. Okay, check, sound check, perfect. Hey everyone, good morning. How are you doing today? Today is December 6th, 2022. Welcome to My Favorite Groomer. My name is Dee Croy. I've been grooming since 2003 and I've been running my own business since 2005. And I want to say I've worked alongside veterinarians and many other businesses to learn the utmost to share with you. So I hope you enjoy today's live grooming session and we'll go from there. Something I want to say about Max's haircut before we get in there is, don't tell a pet parent. She's probably watching, but what I'm saying is like, it's not my favorite, you know? It's not my favorite. I feel like I wish we could do a full body haircut, everything matches. But sometimes, which is what we'll talk about after I get done grooming him today, okay? We're gonna talk about customer service. And when you are dealing with customer service, you are dealing with an owner. You're dealing with a person. You are dealing with your own opinions and your own wants. And that's okay. You should, no, don't go there. If you feel, she's at the door right now. Let me go answer the door. But what you need to do is separate what you want and what the client wants. And in that, do what excellent customer service requires, which is listen. Listen to your client and listen to what they want with their animal. And if you can deliver that, if you can deliver that, definitely do. If the dog is extremely matted, there may be an answer is no, but we can try next time if you do this homework. But if you can't do that, then you might not, whatever that was. If you can't do that, be honest and say why, right? Let me go answer the door. I'll be right back. Okay, here we go, everybody. We are here. So what I wanted to say was sometimes, hey, are you guys typing in the live chat yet? Mom, you are able, hit that like button, and if you wouldn't mind, hit the like button. And I'm looking at the live chat, no one has said anything. Are you able to chat? Oh, okay, I have Decema, what's up on Facebook? So I know that you're able to chat, that's good. So YouTube, make sure you let me know you're able to chat. There's 15 of y'all out there right now, and welcome. But we have Max, and I've been grooming Max. I don't have his card right with me, but like, I don't know, 9, 10, 11, or 12 years.
Steven?
Yes.
I don't see you. Are you in the room?
Where?
Are you in the room that you're...
It's behind, maybe. Fast forward it.
Okay.
She's looking at the very beginning, maybe, because she just started that. I hit the. So when you're live watching the screen, you can move forward and back. Sometimes you leave and come back, and you're not even actually at the very live moment. So those of you guys who will catch up to this comment, just tap the screen. If you're on a device like that, tap the screen and see at the bottom the dot and pull it all the way over to the exact live moment. You might actually be just a little bit behind, because YouTube is probably running ads in between all this watching, depending on if you have a YouTube Red membership. So I recommend getting YouTube Red if you can afford it. It's like, if you're watching YouTube a lot, it's like your television. So then you don't have ads or as much ads as a normal person. Like, I never see ads, right? Because I really want to just get right into the show. So that YouTube Red, Google it, how to buy it through YouTube. It has nothing to do with me. It is through YouTube. So I would love you to have YouTube Red if you can afford it. You will not, the people who complain about ads, you should be paying for YouTube Red, because the only reason YouTube can be brought to you is because ads are bought by companies so that you can see them. That's how YouTube stays in business, to give us everything we watch for free. Okay. Again, like, there's no one here on the live chat. Like, YouTube, will you guys, can someone say hello on live chat, just to make sure before I start grooming you're able to chat? Would you mind doing that for me? And then we will get started here in a second. I gotta turn the air down. It's actually warm. I thought we're turning our heaters on, but I guess I must be wrong. We got Mama all set up. Did anyone say hello? Yes! Pookie! Oh, Pookie's always in it to save me. Pookie, hi. Hi, how are you? Okay, thanks for being here for a little bit. Y'all know Max. The thing with Max and his haircut is I honestly would love, I'm ready to take all that off. We've been grooming him. I've been grooming him his whole life. And for me, I'm ready to take it all off. But we're not ready to do that yet, meaning the household, the parent. And guess what? It's none of my business. As long as I can do the cut she wants, or at least the hygienic cut. I'm calling this really like a hygiene cut at this point, because it doesn't flow exactly how all other haircuts kind of flow. We do certain things just to keep his long coat, But going short on the chin, going short on the feet, going short on the legs allows him to not pick up as much debris. We are having feet problems, a lot of itching, chewing, licking, sucking. The feet are super sensitive, like tap it with the 10 blade, tap it with the 40 blade. It might be really miserable. So we have been watching all that for months now. And so she's headed back to the veterinarian tomorrow to kind of talk about some other things, I guess, and then readdress the feet. He has not stopped licking his feet. Unfortunately, because I've never been to her house, but I know her house has a big yard, and in a yard has lots of stuff, but also her house has a lot of trees. With trees, yard, you have a lot of things happening, don't you? Bugs, things in the air. Like I was telling a gentleman today, why does his dog lick his paws? Yeah, it could be some of these advertisements we're seeing. It makes you wonder if you should buy that new dog food or buy that new dog treat, right? But I personally, and it's worked for many of you, if you rinse your dog's feet with water regularly, that means every time they go outside, you have to take the time to do that. Rinse their feet. Anything that they picked up in like that wetness doesn't just come free. That wetness has stuff in it. Whether it's mold in the air, ragweeds in the air, it just depends on what time of year your dog ends up having a problem. If it's all year round, that's a tough call. But I would recommend, just like if you were to get a migraine, you need to document and diary your dog's daily care. If you're having to see that your dog is licking all day, when are they doing that? Just in September? When are they doing that? All year round? Day and night? When are they doing it? Right after they eat? When are they doing it? Right? Like, you need to start documenting everything and really understand what triggers it. And then when you can figure that out, then you take that information, you go to your veterinarian, you show them what's happening, how bad it is, how raw it is, how bloody it is, how whatever. And then decide the game plan. If you tell me, as your groomer, the one that cleans your dog and gives your dog a haircut, and I see her every 2 months, if you tell me that, the first thing I'm going to tell you to do is wash your dog's feet with water. Yep, I've got wipes for your dog's feet, and I've got balm for the pads of your dog's feet. I've got all that. But let's just start with water first. If water fixes it for free, like your water bill, that alone fixes it, then monitor when it's happening. If it's only happening during different times of the year, then yes, you might do a allergy pill. That's what I've been told. I do allergy pills right before the flare-up usually happens, because I know my own personal cycle of flare-ups. When I'm going to lose my voice, when I get a scratchy throat, when I have different things in the air that my body doesn't like. So make sure you do the same thing, or that's an option. The next thing, if that's not working, then you are going to want to see a veterinarian. You may then move into changing the dog food. Is it just raw feet, or raw feet, ears, around the chin? Is it more places? Are they itchy all over? Are they licking all over? Are they just licking the paws? If they're just licking the paws, right? Wouldn't it be a good thing to say, like common sense, to say, well, what are your paws touching, right? If it's not ears, around the eyes, around the mouth, anywhere on the body, you know, like that are signs that something they're eating, consuming regularly is causing a full body blowout. If it's not that, then wouldn't you say, like, if I go out on a walk and I come home and every day my feet hurt, is it the walking, or is it when I sleep? Well, when you sleep, you're off your feet, right? So that may be something that's happening is just in their yard. You can take an area in your yard, change it out, take the grass out, pour pea gravel in there, contain it so the dog never hits the grass and only goes potty on the pea gravel, and do that for a few months and see, does that fix it? Just cutting out a 900 square foot yard and making it pea gravel and fencing it in, and when I let him out, I go straight out to the pea gravel. Let's see, does he still itch his feet? Does he still lick? Does he still have a problem? Then it's like, wow, we can't let him around the whole yard. You know, not like 2 acres. So it just depends on what you're wanting to do and how far you're wanting to take troubleshooting. His feet, a few grooms back, were a year ago. They were really bad. They were bloody bad. So it just depends on how far you need to take it. Just some ideas, food for thought. Now let's get started. So we're gonna do a brushing and a 7 or 4 guard on the feet. I'm gonna see what they're looking like today, the legs and feet. and we do a short, like 4 guard, possibly a 7 blade on the chin, and then we just go from there. Like, we just try to make it look clean and brushed out and combed through, okay? His brush outs usually take a little longer, so I like to take the groom loop and just put it around an armpit. His head and armpit, okay? Sometimes I still do it loosely around the neck, but he's on the table a lot, but I just want to make sure he doesn't one day just decide to fly off the table. Did you see that in his face? You are a mess. Oh my, look at your face. Look at your face. What's up? Hi, Max. Hi, bud. What are you doing? Look at your face. How about we look at your face for a second here? Let me feel this. Your hair is so thick. I thought I had thick hair. You have got me beat. All right, let's do... You do look so cute. I feel like we should even go a little shorter on the ears just to pop them out and make it so cute. I'm going to turn it this way. And let me just get a little face action going here. Let's see if we can see your face a little bit here. How about that? Everyone okay with that? Let me see. Can I see here? So this is all in the way, right? Without brushing. I just want to see his eyes before we just keep going. So we're just going to come in and just help this out. We're just going to come help this out. Oh, I guess I'm in the way here. My bad. You got lots of eye boogers there. We're going to get those out in a second. Okay, let me see, please. Let me see. I'm just going to trim all this out. It's not a traditional haircut. It isn't. Okay? This is completely different. This is just what the owner feels like we need for his care. So for me, yes, you would just do the same cut all over, but that's not what we're doing, and that's okay because the owner is okay with what we do, right? The owner requested stuff like this. So let me clean the eye boogers out here. I have a flea comb for that. Look. So flea combs are super helpful with the eye area. Okay, let's clean this one out. If it's really bad, you're going to want to absorb a lot of that area around the eye with warm water, so you could do that in the bathtub as well. I love the flea comb. Pick one up at myfavoritegroomer.com. I have like 3 or 4 different styles. Okay, now that we can see his face a little bit, I feel like, I can move forward now, okay? Sometimes I don't do that, but I just bring his eyes out for us and okay, let's see here. I like that. And then we're going to come down short here and then we're going to just, okay, let's get into it. I have a 40 blade ready, but I'm going to go ahead and skip that and go straight over to, I'm going to bring out I'm going to check with the 5 blade. I hardly ever use the 5 blade, but I'm going to use my 5 blade around the feet first. 5, and then maybe 7, or then just say, you know what, let's just go to 7. I'll just try it with the 5 blade first. So right here, this area on the side of his, this side here, we're gonna lift up here, okay? And I'm using my 5 blade up in here, like that. He's having such an issue with his feet and legs. We're trying to keep them short so they don't gather a bunch of stuff. It's manageable, but also if he, because it was so matted on the front paw one time, it was so matted and raw and bloody. So now we just keep them really short just while we're going through this really tough time with his feet, you know? Thank you, Pookie Puppy, for the donation. Woohoo! Thank you, MP. Woohoo! Thank you both for the donations. I appreciate you. So for the sake of not wasting any time in this area, I'm doing the 5 blade up on top, and the 7 blade is going to be what I come down like right over the digits, right over the toes. So right in there, the armpit's kind of matted. I'm not going to keep pushing with, I can feel a tug, 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 tug. I'm not going to keep going at the armpit with the 5 blade. It will pull the skin right in. Just boom, it will just cut that skin right off. Don't keep pulling in the armpit area. If it's doing that, don't keep pulling, you know, like it's telling you stop, I can't go through. Don't keep pulling. Help you guys out there. It is really hard to see where you're supposed to cut, isn't it? With all that hair on top. You try not to cut the wrong hair. Okay, let's try our 7 blade now. Like I said, and I always say this, right? If I go with the 7 blade, I can't put the hair back on, so why throw in the 10 blade right away? So we're not gonna throw the 10 blade at it, we're gonna do a 7 blade first. If I feel like I need to go shorter, I'm gonna go shorter. If there's mats in between the toes like it has been before, then I'll go shorter. But I'm gonna do the longer blade first and then move into a smaller blade, a shorter blade. Okay, what I like to do is right behind that back pad on the front feet, I actually like to do a 10 blade right there. I like that hair right there really short. Because you're going to trim it with your scissors anyway. You're going to come back through and trim it. Just use your 10 blade. I'm all about quicker grooming. You know, I'm all about the client is out there waiting, let's get done, you know. Unless I'm teaching you a bunch of stuff, then I try to value people's time. Sometimes you can't help it, but sometimes you can. So right there, just take your 10 blade right there underneath the pad, that pad right there. You're going to trim it, so shave it. While we have the 10 blade, I should just go right into the sanitary, which is the high knee, the rear end, all that good stuff. So let's do that. Right there was matted, so I went ahead and took my 10 blade and sliced through the mats, so later when I come to brush it, it will be easier. All right, let's go look under the legs here. We've done the tummy, front sanitary, back sanitary, looking good. You know, I kind of cringe when I have to come up and do his pads because they're so bad. It's like almost like when you touch his, and I'm resting on purpose. So when you touch the pads, it's kind of like, sometimes I would touch them and they would be bleeding. Like as soon as you got the hair away from the pad, all the licking that he's been doing is just bloody. And that's been going on like how long now, Max? 8 months or longer? Has it been longer than that? Oh, it's gotta be super irritable, right? You ever have a, twice in my lifetime, I changed laundry detergent. And when I did, my whole body broke out. I was itchy, squeamish, it was so uncomfortable, I looked like a mess. I was like, oh, you did not want to be seen in a bathing suit with that rash. It went everywhere. And I had to go in and get cortisone cream and immediately take off all the clothes that were washed with that laundry detergent. And I remember just within immediate 1 hour rubbing that cortisone cream on my body, which by the way I didn't get it for 2 days or something like that, so it would spread everywhere. Rubbing it, that the rash was gone within an hour. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is magic. But I was in pain, like not pain, but it was just an uncomfortable, irritable, I just was miserable. I was so miserable. So imagine this is on your feet, you feel it every day. I feel like I can imagine it being a very tingly, uncomfortable, cringy, like sharp, just completely just irritable, just so irritable, you know? All right, we're gonna come in and go, I felt a really big mat here, I wanna cut through it, let me feel. Right here. So I'm gonna cut through a couple mats, and I'm not shaving it out, I'm just cutting through like sideways, like the mats here, I'm gonna cut right into it, right here. That way it's easier to go through later, and let me feel like, you can feel them like a big, huge piece of cotton. It's huge. It's thick too. I kind of like his face, but if this is like a, are you coming in every, I can't, you come so often, girl, is it every month? This is 1 month grow out, so. It's so thick, I can't tell right there. We'll see it in a second when we start brushing, yeah? Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get our, I'm going to use my Andis Ultra Edge or Ceramic Edge. Actually, I am going to use my Andis Ultra Edge 40 blade. Thanks, Adventures with Robin C. Appreciate you. Make sure you hit that like button. Thank you all. If you want to send a donation, we really appreciate it. That helps you support your channels that you love. You're welcome to do that too. And thank you those of you who are members who have been here for many, many years. I really appreciate it. Okay, he hates his feet done, so let's get our, don't forget, let's get this, let's use the same one we used yesterday. Let's use this cone head, just in case, because I mean this is also painful. All right, let's come in here. Put our mini underneath. Let's do it on the tall setting here. Yeah, she has to be coming monthly. Look how much pad hair that is in 1 month. Look. It's a lot. Again, look how much that is. That's a lot. Some fell in the trash already. Max, you're doing so good, baby. Doing so good. If any paw is the worst one he's chewing, it's this one. His right one. I know. Let me get it out. Let me get it out. Hold on. You got this. Hold on. Okay. I actually want to save this stuff, and she can bring that into her veterinarian and see if they want to look at it. I'll put that there, because she's going to go tomorrow anyway, right? Okay, here we go. We're going to do a nail trim. Hold on, let me see. One more. Good boy. Back here. Oh, my bad. Here, come over here a little bit. You did really good for that nail trim. Yeah. You did really good. All right, let's go into the brushing. Leave-in conditioner. You can get it on my website under, just type in conditioner. Type in leave-in conditioner under the search engine. You have a bunch of different options and different bottle types. I'm going to try to get you guys some good view here without moving the camera. Does that work? Will that work? What do you think about that view? Does that work for you? favorite tools for brush out is brush, leave-in conditioner, comb, the rake. You can't smell that part. You want to smell that part? I'm glad I didn't let you smell this other side. The other side's sharp. Okay, how's that view, you guys? We're going to start brushing now. I like to make sure we do a full brush out before we go to the bath. One of the other tools that might be helpful, just so you know, because we're here, is your mat breaker. And this is what looks like just razor blades on the tool head. So that's a really good tool. I have it aside here to use, but it doesn't mean you need it. I do need it often, but you may not need it today, okay? But for the Coton hair, or long hair like this, when you're trying to save it and keep it brush through and comb through and mat free, that's a good tool. My favorite though tool is going to be that rake. It's super sharp. Never handle the rake with your fingers on the metal part. Always use this side. I don't care what you think in that moment. It's like just real quick. No, never handle it there. This is super sharp. I've cut myself a few times and twice I think, and I'm like, okay, never, never, never. Not even if it's in the bag upside down. Grab it with the handle always. I think there was a point where I couldn't reach it. It had like fallen, or it was in a bag or something like that, and I grabbed it, and even just a simple quick grab, I cut my thumb. And not like one of those baby cuts, like a kitchen knife cut. I mean, that sucker would cut me, you know? So those tools are super sharp. Don't doubt it. Answer this below in the comment section or in the live feed. If you cut yourself with a tool, can you get infected? Or should you just be worried about being bit? Yes, the answer would be yeah, you can get an infection. Any cut can lead to an infection, even if it's in a few days. See right here, we've got something thick. We're going to come in and rake it with the razor. And then we're going to put it razor side down and come brush and keep doing that until we kind of work through it. If it's really, really bad, I'm going to use my clipper and cut through it. Like there it is. That's how big it is. It's actually that big. So I'm going to go ahead and use my clipper and come through and cut with it with a tin blade. I'm just going to slice through it so it's faster. I'm not sitting here tugging his hair to demat it for 20 minutes in that spot. I wouldn't want you to do that on my head, so let's make it faster here for the dog too. Same thing, right here's another piece. That's tugging in a very sensitive area. So let's grab our ear shears. Or on my website, the shear with the short 6-inch or 7-inch with a point tip. So it can go through. Make sure you can see both sides. And we're just going to cut that minor knot in half. Gently brush it out. Don't pull too hard. Let the brush do the work for you. The brush is designed with angled tips to do that for you, okay? I may be going fast at times, but I'm not using a lot of pressure. All right, speaking of brushing pressure, I got a story for you. You ready for this? Some of you guys have heard this story before, but I'm going to say it again. I don't really talk a lot about stories, right? I have a lot of them. But this one time I was hiring, okay, the moral of the story is, who knew that not everyone knew how to brush a dog, okay? So this lady, she had to have been like in her 60s. She wanted to be a bather. And she may have showed me even, this is like 15 years ago, so I'm going by the best memory I've got. Maybe she wanted to even, maybe she even showed me on the application and stuff, like her history she actually worked, I know exactly where she worked. Down the street from me, where they do a lot of dogs, but really cheap prices and fast work, right? Down the street from where I was at a long time ago. So she applied for a position. She's a mom, a grandma. She wanted some side money. She had dogs at home, and she wanted to be a bather. And I said, okay, come, let me see you work. And I didn't know then that everyone wouldn't know just how to brush a dog. Just brushing, just like this. Just brush, even if you didn't do line brushing, right? Like what I'm doing is inch by inch. Even if you didn't do that, do you know how to brush a dog? Okay, I didn't know that, but now I know. Everyone who thinks they know how to do work from home or something like that with their animals, it might be different at the actual work salon. So she came in and I had her working with me. I worked in the evenings at that time because I was Air Force Reserves, and I also worked at the FAA. So I would groom dogs at night. That was my third job in my business. And on the weekends. That's it, at night and on the weekends. Which is why I got really used to grooming dogs in 1 hour. Okay, it was so important to get dogs done in 1 hour. Move fast, watch your time efficiency. Don't text and play on your phone, like work. We're here to work, right? I have to move cameras, but that's part of my job now, because to show you what I'm doing. But I wish I had help. It's just hard to find good help that stays. So this lady comes in, and she is bathing for me through the night. And I think I had maybe 3 or 4 dogs that night. And with a bather, you should be able to do twice as much as you could normally do by yourself. At least I'm roughing in a dog, she's bathing a dog, drying the dog, and then we switch, right? That's 2 dogs in an hour. And I'm moving fast, right? So she's brushing out a German Shepherd with this type of brush that I sell, that I love. And I didn't know that they wouldn't know, she wouldn't know, you might not know, that if you're pushing really hard, this will cut you up. Try it. If you're pushing too hard, this will cut you up. Now, mind you, my arm doesn't have all this hair on it. So I find I'm doing my job, she's doing her job. She has experience. Not enough experience. So I went over to the dog she was working on, and underneath where she was brushing, underneath the hind leg, it was a huge German Shepherd. She's going at it. She had brush burned the dog so bad there was spots of blood coming through. It was an embarrassing scenario. It was a free grooming to the owner. That's right. Someone's got to pay for it, and that would be me, the owner. It was a free groom to the owner, and it was just, I felt miserable. I literally said, stop, and you can leave now. Because at that point I realized she did not even have the amount of experience that she had really put down that I needed her to have. And maybe even then, the experience level that she did have, it did not teach her how to brush a dog. So in that, if you're coming on as a bather, I did not have time to train her. So as soon as she had done work like that, I had to just say, I can't. And I'm glad I demoed her first and let her work with me through the night or through that day just to kind of see what she knew, because that was not a good fit. But who knew that you would not know how to brush a dog? And I'm not upset by it, but I just learned then that if I'm going to have someone touch a dog, I need to show them first how to do it, or how I expect them to do it in my salon, and then let them demo with me. You know what I mean? Wow. I'll never forget it. Never. So when someone says, I have experience, it just goes right in one ear and out the other. I just say, well, let me see. Let me see, and then I ask a bunch of questions. I tell them how I want something done, and I watch them like a hawk, you know? Okay, we're coming into the front here, Dee Dee. So let's move over here now. All right, this is actually the thickest part. His face is so thick. Can I pick you up here and move this? Yeah. We're gonna brush his face now. And try maybe get his neck here too. But eval. Not everyone has common sense. So if this taught you guys anything, if you own a business or if you're leaving your dog somewhere, not everyone has common sense. And so you have to really listen when you're talking to people. Like they'll tell on themselves, right? They're going to tell you some things, and you have to be listening to hear them. And especially today, you have reviews that you can go by, and you and I both know that sometimes those reviews are just not realistic because there are rude and mean people out there. So you have to dig deeper and read a lot more than you did before, because now you have to read through the fake stuff. And then use your own judgment. And some people can read through it, and some people don't have the patience. They won't even stick around and care. They'll just go through something and find out the hard way and then move on, right? But it just, in short, the truth will always come out. How many people, comment below, how many people have learned the truth when they felt like they didn't know the answer, or they were lied to but they didn't know, or you needed evidence but you didn't know where to find it? Eventually, it might have taken a year, it might have took 6 months, but guess what? It came out, didn't it? Can you comment below your story when you found out? It might be dog related, human related, ex related, family related. The truth will come out. And in that moment, when I saw that brush and how badly she brushed the dog, guess what happened? The truth came out. But it's not up to you to get upset about the truth coming out. That is knowledge for you. Now you can make better decisions in the future and about that person or situation in the future or then. It's not like, in my opinion, you need to get all upset and high anxiety over it. Now you just know. And when you know, knowledge is power, and you can do something different with it, can't you? So I would never allow someone to come in and do a demo day without some training first, a background check ran. I would never allow it anymore. That changed the way I do business with hiring people or allowing them to come out, even volunteering. Now it's like, well, why is it so hard to volunteer? Well, that's why. Things like that happen to places, and then they're like, oh, we're never doing that again. So we're going to wrap up here, and I've been contemplating in my head how to do it. I was going to go live on a different device and let you guys watch me bathe and dry him. But at the end of the day, I've kind of covered a lot of information in this live feed, and I want to just focus on the bath and dry and get him all up out of here. so the pet parent doesn't lose 2 hours of her time by me educating. But before I go, I wanted to talk later, but I'm not going to. I'm going to talk about it now because we're almost done with this head. So on the title of the video, I said we were going to talk about customer service. And what I mean by customer service is be better than your competition, be better than other small businesses, or at least in your mind, try to compete with them, offering customer service that you yourself would love to have. And with that, I feel like for me, customer service is really important with the phone calls I make to people that order from me, the notes I write on your invoices when you do order from me, or when it comes to like a simple dog grooming, where you're talking to a client and you hope to have that client coming back for life, so the dog is never alone on a groomer. The dog is never wondering, where do I go? The dog owner is never wondering, where do I go? Unless some kind of life emergency happens. What do I mean? You also want to be able to talk to your groomer and me talking to my client with excellent customer service. I've got a different kind of personality than most. I'm a type A, I'm very hyper, I have a lot of energy, and I actually bring that no matter where I go. And I usually have it through the whole day and night. And I know people don't like it, and that's okay. That's why they can find a groomer that's soft-spoken and not so wild and hyper and moving fast, but also a bulldog when things need to get done. That's who you're hiring when you come here. But I'm aware of that and the way I speak, and I like to say it's just the truth. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm going to lay it out there. You may or may not get it, but I'm only doing it with love. I'm actually telling you something that I like or don't like through love, which means I really care about your dog or you or your family. Like sometimes I'll be like, hey, what do you need to eat? Are you okay? Are you tired? Can I help you? And someone might take that as like, that's way too many questions. I don't want to tell you everything. What do you need to know all that for? But in love, when you are saying things through love and the goodness of your heart, it doesn't matter what they act like back, just move on. If they don't understand you the way you are, just be you and find people who do understand you. So I have an abundance of clients that get me, and I'll groom their dogs until their dogs pass away, and that's golden for me. Like, I am honored to be able to do that, because they'll never wonder where they're going to go, and am I going to be able to handle a dog that's jumping around the table blind and deaf? I mean, no, you're going to be safe here as long as I'm here, So good customer service is always doing the job that the client wants you to do. With one hesitation is if the dog's extremely matted and it's super, super, super bad, be honest. And sometimes, like even Max, one time it was 3 of us doing his brushing. It was like, we can't keep doing this. You can pay extra, but I don't want to do it. And so break it up into 2 sessions. But if you don't want to do something, tell them and tell them why. And that way they know, and if you're not on the same page, then they'll find another groomer and you'll find another client. But at the end of the day, really listen. Use excellent customer service by listening to your clients, what their needs are and what they really want, and try to deliver that the best you can. I just had to say no. A lady walked in. Remember when I said I had to go get the client? That was actually a stranger client. I've never met her before. She walked in. She wanted services right now. I very rarely want to say no. But in situations like that, it's okay to say no. I cannot help you right now. Look right behind you. The client I'm working with right now is about to walk in. So my answer is no, I can't help you right now, but I can help you in a week. I can help you in 2 weeks. I can help you after you get me vaccination records. No isn't always no for life, but don't also have boundaries to what you are capable of doing for clients to give them that excellent customer service when they do come in, okay? Cover this up. There's a lot of stuff in the air. Okay. We're almost done brushing, and I'm glad I was able to touch that with you, and then when I let you go, then I can say have a great day. This is so thick down here. Okay, let me double check here. if you wouldn't mind, tell me down below or in the live chat, in the comments below too, like tell me down below how you offer excellent customer service. Is it that you are in your business, or how you as a consumer would love the customer service to look like? Comment down below and we can all read them later. What's your definition of great customer service? And then also, if you're a business owner, how are you delivering excellent customer service to your clients? Since I'm kind of touching this, something that comes to my mind is excellent customer service is like getting a call back every day or calling somebody back within 24 hours. I gotta be honest with you, today, if you haven't learned it already, a lot of things are out of stock. Manufacturers it's really hard to get certain products, not even products, but the material to get a product made has changed. And, you know, especially with that strike going on in many places across the planet, you might not find that you can get the same thing again. So if you haven't already learned as a consumer that it's going to take longer right now for someone to get back to you, I'm going to tell you right now, that is real. So I've been trying to hire for like 2 years, right? And people will come and go, but guess what? They don't stay. And when they leave you high and dry. And when that happens, you are behind. You're behind on everything. Grooming, editing, recording, posting, picking up the phone, returning an email. And so just be more understanding today than ever if you haven't already learned it. Like I've learned it. I ordered something to eat the other day because I was working double shifts and it got deleted. Like it was canceled. Maybe they didn't have enough staff. Maybe everyone had gotten sick. Maybe all kinds of reasons. But right now, trying to get something done right now, here, this and this, that's really hard to get. At least good quality, right? Or good customer service. It's really hard. So be understanding on the callbacks. Be sure you try a couple times before you give up. Because I know with me, you might have to, but I really try to text first. You know, I really do. And my text might even say like, I'm so sorry, I'm low man. So let me, like, forgive me for I'm low man, you know. Can you reply to this text first to see if we're on the same page, and then we can move forward. Okay. Mary, is it that bathroom time? Yeah. Just watch that box right in front of the door there, be careful. 7 blade on the front of the face, because I can see it already. He's got a bunch of gunk on his chin. You see? And like I said earlier in the very beginning of this video, this is the strangest cut I have to do here. This is just the strangest thing. I have to do all these different things for healthcare, not for looks, right? I have to do it for healthcare. And that's what I always remind myself is just do it because it's needed. Once we decide ever that we are never going to grow the legs back, I think after we figure out the feet, which is taking a while, once we figure that out, we'll know better if we should do anything with the body. But when you have hair like this that you've been growing out for 11, 12, 13, shoot, don't tell me 14, we'll ask her one time, for so many years, when you take it off, it's never the same. It's never, ever the same. So I understand her battle. I really do. Okay, let's go ahead and get a 10 blade. The 7 blade is just not pulling it good enough. Like I want to be in and out of that, and it's just not doing it for me. Up. Up, up. Up, up, up. Up, 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 up. Good. Good. Okay, look up. I want to say that this is a 10 blade, but also that's a 4 guard. All that inner mouth needs to come out. Close your mouth. That cat is what?
As big as my dog.
I know. The cat is as big as her dog. The rescue cat, woo! I was just telling someone about him. I was like, yeah, he's not small. He is not small at all. Okay, 4 guard. 4 guard on your 10 blade. Lay it on there, spring it. onto it. There we go. Hold on a second. Hold on, Max. Hold on, Max. Hold on, buddy. Okay, I'm gonna let this all kind of so I can know what to trim out. This is so thick here. I like to come in like this. Can you look up? Thank you. Look up. Look up. Is this not a lot of hair or what? Let me check that arm one more time there. All right, let's get our shaper brush and our point tip, 8.5 shears, 7.25 depending on what you like, but our sharp point. I have my Favorite Groomer version on my website. Just a dilly-dally here a little bit, like this overhang, but you're gonna bathe, dry, come back here one more time. You want it closer, you said? Okay. Honeybee, I seen you last night. If you're watching this later on, some of your comments, I appreciate you. You're such a sweetheart. I like to brush that up, and then there's usually some knots right in between the digits. I'll be able to get that. Oh my gosh, look at his ears. He's so cute. You're so cute. Let me see here. Some of the stuff hanging out. Let me see. You see? That's really, I got stuck on there. Okay, I'm going to work that out in the back. Okay. I want to say this is it right now. We're going to come back after the bath. I'm going to let you guys go from here so that I can hustle bustle so Mom can be done with me. Max, you ready to go? Yeah? Okay, I'm going to put him in the tub and I'll come back and say goodbye. I'll be right back. Say thank you. Say thank you for watching. Oh, say thank you for watching. Yeah, you ready to get off? You ready? Come on, let's go. All right, everyone, thanks a lot for watching. I appreciate you. We'll see you on the next live feed. Be sure to check us out at myfavoritegroomer.com for your supplies and any help that you might need in picking things out. You can hit the contact page down at the very bottom and email me and let me know your thoughts in the live chat or in the comments below. Be sure you answer some of those questions I threw out there. I would love to read them and know a little bit more about you. Thanks for being my fans, and we'll see you on the next live stream. Thanks a lot. Bye. Man. Okay, I'm glancing. I kind of watched it throughout, but I want to make sure there wasn't any major things. I guess with hair that thick, not too much to worry about those sharp tools. Nah, they're still sharp, and the hair is not skin, so you can definitely hit skin. Some people get very nervous at the start. Yeah, I've seen that happen too, but DLS, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. Bye.